What up, guys? Deep 3 here with another Deep 3 Reviews. And today we're going to be discussing the players you should be collecting in 2021-22 for the NBA season. Panini is releasing NBA Hoops 21-22 tomorrow as of this recording. And for all of you existing and new card collectors out there, this video is meant to help you guys figure out who you guys should be collecting. And boy, the checklist is going to be massive because not only do we have the top 60 players from the first and second rounds of the NBA draft, due to a lot of COVID protocols, through my experience with sports betting, a lot of players have been deemed out with illness or injured. So there's been a lot of openings on roster spots, and we're hearing names like Joe Johnson, Isaiah Thomas coming back into the NBA, as well as tons of rookies from the G League. So these checklists might get pretty massive over the next year. Some names you might know, but this list that I'm making here is going to be all of the significant players that have made an impact or players with the most potential to be extremely successful in the NBA, either in this upcoming season or in the near future. Hopefully they develop into great players, and this list is not set in stone. This is going to be, from my knowledge, up to this point, halfway through the NBA season. So enjoy the video, like it. It helps me make more videos like this in the future. Subscribe, and leave me in the comments if I miss anybody on this list that you think is going to be a complete beast in the next season. Well, without further ado, let's get into this list because, boy, there are a lot of great players in this draft. Alright, so to start this off, we're going to be looking at the first 60 players of the NBA draft, round 1, round 2 only. All of the players in the G League I will not be mentioning because they've been coming and going like the wind, and we don't know if they'll be printed anytime soon. If you want me to remake this list or revisit it later in the year as the season goes on, we can go ahead and do that, but at the moment we'll just do the first 60 players here, and I'll mention anyone that is notable. So, of course, the first 10 here, we got to go through these real quick. Cunningham, number 1 pick, averaging around 15 points per game. Real solid player on a bad team, though, with Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey, Saban Lee, who knows where he is. He might be on the G League right now. I don't even know. But he's getting a lot of play time, a lot of experience. So, as a result, 5 out of 5 stars. Definitely a player that you'd be really, really happy with opening just because he's the number 1 draft pick. Personally, for me, I'm not going to be hunting for him specifically, but I'll be more than happy to rip him open. But he is no Zion. He is not an Ant-Man or a LaMelo or a Ja as of this moment. So we'll just have to see. And number 2, Rockets, Jalen Green. Hometown hero for me. He's from California, and definitely cheering him on. But again, he's had some good games, had some bad games, averaging around 15.6 points per game as of this moment. Recently had a 20 point and a 29-point game, so definitely has glimpses of being a star on a terrible team. Again, one of the teams with the worst record, so he's going to have a lot of play time to develop. Hopefully he pans out because the Rockets could really use something right now. So 5 out of 5, you definitely want to be looking for Jalen Green cards there. But again, there's going to be better players here on this list. And speaking of better player, I think Evan Mobley, number 3, drafted by the Cavaliers, is a stud. The Cavs are number 6 seed in the East right now. Who would have thought that they would be in the playoff contention? And well, it seems like even Kevin Love wants to play with this kid right here. He's been hustling like crazy. He's been getting double-doubles all season long, and he's definitely been hustling and grinding. So out of these top 3 players, Evan Mobley for me is 6 out of 5. You'd be even happier to get him, and I think anyone would want his cards right now. He's a monster. And another monster on this list, Scotty Barnes. He's been a great draft pick here. Honestly, I think he's been doing better than Cade and Jalen Green as well. Again, Raptors, they lost Kawhi a few years back. They're developing again. They still have Van Vliet, but they're kind of like here and there, kind of average. Definitely not a title contender at this very moment. So we're going to see what Scotty Barnes can do on this team. He seems like a beast thus far, and I definitely want to collect him. Number 5, Jalen Suggs. Well, he is okay. I will say he's okay. But the problem with Jalen Suggs right now that I think is an issue that the Pistons also have is that Jalen Suggs is playing with R.J. Hampton and as well as Cole Anthony. And Cole Anthony is kind of that guy on that team. So we'll figure out if this backcourt can work out here. But thus far, I think Cole Anthony is their guy. He's the main star. So I don't know if many people will be investing in Jalen Suggs. But of course, you should be happy with collecting him. And there's another guy on this Magic roster that you're going to be wanting more of than Jalen Suggs at this moment. But continuing on, Josh Giddey, the youngest triple-double in history. That hype alone should get you excited if you're a Thunder fan. So he's been doing very well as well. He's been taking the spotlight from Aleksej Pokusevski. So Alex has been on the bench more recently. Josh Giddey has been taking all that play time. So going to be missing out there. But Josh Giddey has been a monster thus far, so you want to get his cards. And it seems like he's just going to keep on playing. Warriors, they got Jonathan Kuminga. Not really notable. Hasn't been really doing much. He plays at the end of the bench for the most part. And he's probably not a great pick right now. But, Warriors develop great players. So, as of this moment, probably like 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5 in my opinion. Next guy is much better. Franz Wagner. He's been beasting on the Magic as well. Beasting and feasting. Makes me take my eyes off of Jalen Suggs. So it looks like the Magic has got some chicken winner dinners over here with Cole Anthony and Franz Wagner in the future. Definitely a player you want. Kings, they got Davion Mitchell. I think he's whatever. I think the Kings have a great system, so any player they would have drafted would have been very successful. So not a player I'm interested in. Pelicans, they got Zaire Williams. We're going to continue on. Not interested. James Bouknight started 1 game. Not interested in him. Joshua Primo, who the hell is that? Don't know who he is. Pacers, Chris Duarte. Now, that's a name worth mentioning right there. He's been playing fantastic on the Pacers so far. Out currently, but when he returns, I'm sure he's going to have another very successful rookie season, continuing that on with Sabonis and Brogdon. Warriors got Moses Moody. Again, they haven't really been doing much with him thus far. He just plays empty minutes. Wizards, Corey Kispert. Subtle surprise there. He's been filling in the role for, I believe, Kyle Kuzma and Denny Avdija whenever they were out. So he's had some significant minutes. I would consider him a player that you should look out for. Thunder, they drafted Sengun. He's on the Rockets now. The Rockets suck. And I was really subtly surprised watching him play for the Rockets because he's got some solid minutes out there, and has shown some solid moments and nice skill sets as well. So I'm actually becoming a Sengun fan a little bit, and I think you should be looking out for his cards as well. I would place him up there in the top 10 for players that you would want to collect. Trey Murphy, don't care. Trey Mann, don't care. Kai Jones, I got a redemption of him. He's on the Hornets now as a center, but they have hardly used him. He plays dumpster minutes right now. So, don't care, sadly. Jalen Johnson, don't care. Keon Johnson, don't care. Isaiah Jackson, don't care. Usman Garuba, sounds like a UFC fighter, don't care. Rockets draft Josh Christopher. I do care about him. He's a decent player. He shows up. He does a lot of great things for the Rockets. Hustle plays. If you watch the highlights in the Rockets games, that is, I would be surprised if anyone else does. But he's a solid player, so Rockets might be a great player to land it on breaks or just in your packs in general. So look out for that guy. Clippers, Quentin Grimes, they got traded to the Knicks. Don't care. Nyshawn Highland, sorry, bro. Don't care. Cameron Thomas, don't care. Jaden Springer, don't care. We're going to continue on down here. Is there anyone in the second round that we care about? Yes, there is. Herbert Jones for the Pelicans. He's been getting a lot of double-doubles lately, so I do care about him. Pelicans have found a gem in the second round out of all of these guys here, and you definitely want to keep your eyes out on Herbert Jones. That might be a name that you want to remember. JT Thor, traded to the Hornets, plays dumpster minutes as well, but he did have a highlight play this season with a powerful dunk. So you might want him. He has somewhat of a fan base already, just because of his size, so look out for that guy. Ayo Dosunmu from the Bulls. he doesn't play significant minutes because they have so many superstars on there, but from what I've seen, he's an okay player. Continuing on this list, I see no one notable here except for number 52 from the Pistons, Luke Garza. He's played some recent decent minutes, so simply because they play minutes, it makes them more valuable, obviously, because if a rookie isn't getting minutes, you're not going to want those players, and you're not going to be able to sell them for anything unless they can show something for it. So, yeah, that's a player you'd want to go for. Luke Garza right there, you might want to remember. That's going to be my quick little list rundown. I hope I did good enough for you guys and explained the reasons why. I just wanted to make this video as fast as possible and as straightforward as possible for you, because there's tons of players on this list, 60 of them here, and I got to narrow it down to all the people that have done well. If there's anyone here that I've missed that you think has potential for being a superstar, maybe an all-star player in the future, let me know down in the comments below. We can debate and talk about this all day. I know that this list can change at any moment, and anyone can show up. So keep that in mind. Take that with a grain of salt. Any of these guys can show up, of course. So far, I don't think this draft class personally is better than the last one or even the last 2 or 3, but you really just don't know. My favorite players thus far out of this list, I'm going to say, is Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, Franz Wagner, Josh Giddey, and I'm going to go ahead and say Chris Duarte and Sengun. Top 6 for me. Those are the players I would be looking out for in packs. So that's going to be all for this video. If you like this video, hit the like button again. It means a lot to me. Helps the channel a lot. Subscribe for more review content like this. And yeah, you guys have a fantastic day. And enjoy that NBA Hoops that comes out tomorrow and all the other cards for the 21-22 season. It is Deep 3, and I am out. Peace.